Hello friends. Today we are going to discuss on the topic sustainable agriculture practices. Before starting the topic, just understand what is the need of sustainable agriculture and its practices. In the last century, the modern agriculture was started. Actually, it was the need of the hour because the population was increasing with the high speed, and to feed all the people the more traditional agriculture method was inefficient, so the all countries started using modern agriculture. In the modern agriculture, they developed genetically modified crops in a laboratories, and for provide good nutrition they started using chemical fertilizer, and to protect these crops they started using chemical pesticides, fungicides, and all these. But actually the agriculture production was increased in multiple fold. But the result of these all activities of genetically modified crops and the using chemical fertilizer was seen after 20 years. And what was the result of this modern agriculture? It is resulted in the loss of the soil degradable, then water pollution, soil pollution. It has affected on the environment, and most of the species are endangered now because of the modern agriculture. So this is the need for the sustainable agriculture. What is the definition of the sustainable agriculture? It is a regenerating farming, and it is an effort to produce food on continuous basis. Remember, on continuous basis. The agriculture production is thus not just for our generation. We have to preserve that for the future generation. It should be a continued process. So sustainable agriculture is for the continued basis, food on a continued basis, while adopting measures to overcome the damage caused in the environment. The damage by the genetically modified crops and the damage by the chemicals. So the measures should be taken to overcome this damage caused in the environment, and the sincere efforts to repair the damage caused by the destruction practices are involved in the sustainable agriculture practices. In the sustainable agriculture practices, I have mentioned some practice here in the next slide. The first, to repair, the main motto of this sustainable agriculture is to repair whatever the damage has done till now. Then first we have to repair the soil, and for repairing the soil, the as sustainable agriculture for land conservation principle will be followed. What methods are followed in this for the land conservation? The first is the strip cropping. Strip cropping means, here in the picture you can see the three lines in the same line, in different line. Different types of the crops can be taken at the same line. Means one line is for the some maize, otherwise another line is for the pulses. So in the same land different crops can be taken. This is called the strip farming. This cropping method is very useful to preserve the nourishment values in the soil, and it will also help to for the pest control. Another method is contour plugging. In this picture you can see the contour plugging method. Contour plugging, the crops are planted on the slope of the hill in the vertical line. So this method will help for the water conservation and the soil conservation, because here the water can penetrate from the one line to the another, and it will help to conserve the water and the soil also. The another is the summer fallow. Summer fallow means the land will be kept empty during the summer time, and it will help to tackle the problem with the insects and with the pest, even the problem related to various diseases, because the high temperature will help to kill the bacteria, fungus, insects in the soil. So summer fallow method is very useful to tackle with the problem of the diseases and the pest. The next option is the crop rotation. What is the crop rotation? See, in India, a farmer can take multiple crops in the same land. In the same land, he can go for the different crops in every season. For example, in one season he can go for the maize, another season he can plant rice, another season he can go for the wheat. So different types of the pulses crops can be taken in the same land. It's called the crop rotation. Crop rotation is also very effective because it helps to conserve the soil and it nutrition values in the soil. Even it will help to control various disease and the pest, because every crops and every disease, every crops have are affected by the different disease and different pest. If there will be another crops will be there in the land, the insects, otherwise the bacteria of that disease will not survive and they will kill, they will die. Okay, that's why the cropping rotation is also very helpful for the soil conservation and for pest control. Then another method in the sustainable agriculture is used as the conservation of water resources. Yes, water resources are very much important. See, the modern technology has polluted the water resources, groundwater and the surface water resources. Even the traditional method need lot of water, but the methods like a drip irrigation and the sprinkle irrigation need very less water comparatively to traditional methods. Drip irrigation and sprinkle irrigation need less than 75% water. It consumes less than 75% water. So in this less water, the plant will remain wet for long period of the time and it will give a good agriculture production. So this method is also very helpful. Another, encouraging use of the perennial crops, and because it needs less water and less period for the harvest. In India, there are many varieties of the crops are available and they are the seasonal, because in the specific season only they can grows. Like in winter there will be farming of wheat, in rainy season there will be harvesting of the rice. So every season there will be different types of the rocks crops will be taken. So different crops, perennial crops will help to give good agriculture production and it will help to farmer. And another thing is that the perennial crop need less water and it will harvest in a less period, so it is one of the benefit for the farmer. The next method can be done in, that is the integrated pest management. In this integrated pest management, the method is based on the life cycle of the pest and their interaction with the environment. The scientific methods are developed to control pests in the farm. See, in this method, actually the life cycle of the pest is observed. Means from their birth, their growth, their reproduction time, their season and their death. So all life cycle is studied and observed scientifically and the solution will arrive from them. So there is a need to break the cycle of this life cycle of these insects, and the scientific method should be developed to control the pest. So These are the few sustainable agriculture method practices I have explained. Beyond that, the farmer should go for the original natural seeds because they can survive without any chemical pesticides, insecticides. Another thing, the farmer can plant trees surrounding his farm because it will help for the soil conservation and the water conservation. So these are the some sustainable agriculture practices. I hope you have understand this video. Thanks for the watching video. Thank you. If you have any doubts and queries, please comment below. See you soon. Stay tuned.